Hello, author and writer friends. I have such a fun podcast episode for us today. I have to tell you before we get into it that I absolutely loved writing it, and I think you're going to love hearing it because the title of the podcast episode is Coffee and Characters. What would your protagonist order? So that's the premise of it, right? So I'm going to go through all these different ideas on what the protagonists can order and how what they order can speak volumes of their personality. But the really fun part is, yes, you could definitely take this and apply it to your characters as I suggest. But I think it also kind of tells us about ourselves. Like, you might see yourself in these orders like, oh, I order that, and yes, I'm that way. Or maybe like, oh, Deanna, you're way off. Whatever the case may be, it's a fun post, or a fun episode. So let's get going. Okay, coffee and characters, all right? So creating a memorable protagonist is all about knowing their quirks, their traits, and their preferences, right? Knowing them inside and out. A fun way to dive into their personality is by imagining what they'd order at a coffee shop. Is that light bothering you guys? I keep seeing it like in my glasses and I feel like, wait, maybe if I scoot down, is that better? I don't know. I'm sorry if it's bothering you and you can't see my eyes. Okay, it's what they'd order in a coffee shop. So believe it or not, coffee choice can say a lot about someone, fictional or not, right? What did I just say? All right, so the deeper you dive into your character's coffee quirks, the more ideas it will spark up about the character. So let's explore some drink options and what they might reveal about your characters or you. Okay, here we go. Okay, classic black coffee. Personality, practical, no nonsense. Who orders it? A bold detective? A writer? A reluctant hero who's too busy saving the world to mess around with flavors and syrups and all that? What it means. They value simplicity and efficiency. They're focused and determined and unafraid to take life as it comes. So think about it. Think about your character. Think about you. Think about someone you know. Any of those where black coffee is involved. Does that resonate? I think it does. My husband drinks black coffee. He's kind of no nonsense. I mean, he's funny, don't get me wrong. But like when it comes to life, he's very black and white. Okay, anyway, over the top frappuccino. Personality, fun-loving, energetic, a little extra. Who orders it? Deanna? No. Social media influencer, comic relief sidekick, or a teenager with big dreams, right? What does it mean? They're all about the experience. Life and coffee should be an adventure, right? Complete with extra whip and caramel drizzle. Does that sound like anybody you know? All right, the herbal tea drinker. The personality is calm, reflective, slightly mysterious. Who orders it? A wise mentor, a spiritual healer, or a poet who spends hours journaling. What it means. They value mindfulness and balance. They're the ones dropping cryptic advice that only makes sense after the plot twist. I thought that was cute. Okay. Double or triple espresso. Espresso, friends, not espresso. It's espresso. Just in case you didn't know. The personality, driven, ambitious, and slightly intense. Who orders it? An overworked CEO, for example, a determined athlete, or a scientist pulling an all-nighter. Those are some good examples. What does it mean, though? What does it mean? They're fueled by passion and a sense of urgency. They don't have time or distractions or milk. And also my husband, he drinks espresso, a couple shots. Look at my new mug. It's my Yeti. I got it for Christmas. And let me tell you, this keeps my coffee hot. And my coffee today actually has protein, Javi protein coffee powder in it. And it's tasty. Okay, iced coffee year round. Who does that? Do you do that? My daughter likes that, but she's 10. And we get decaf. Every once in a while, I'll let her have a treat. Anyway, iced coffee year round. The personality, trendy, adaptable, and unapologetically themselves. And that's my daughter. Who orders it? A big city fashionista, a laid-back college student, or a rebel that goes against the grain? What it means, they're cool under pressure and they don't care what others think. Iced coffee in a snowstorm? Bring it on. All right. PSL. All my coffee drinkers know what that is, but you may not. It's pumpkin spice latte. So now we're going to talk about the pumpkin spice latte enthusiast personality. And let me tell you though, I love pumpkin spice. Okay. Warm, nostalgic, and slightly basic. Okay, I am like not basic. But in the best way, of course. Basic in the best way. Who orders it? Cheerful optimist, holiday-loving best friend, or protagonist who just moved into a small town to start over? I like that, right? Because if you think about it, kind of does relate. Okay, what it means. They crave coziness, comfort, and joy. Life is about savoring the little things, and pumpkin spice is their version of a hug in a mug. You know what? That's me. That's me. Hug in a mug. All right. Matcha latte lover. All right. We're covering all the bases here. Personality, trendy, health conscious, and just a touch pretentious. Who orders it? High-powered entrepreneurs, self-care health gurus, or an artist searching for inspiration. What does it mean? They're always ahead of the curve and value self-improvement. Their vibe screams, I've got my life together, even when they don't. Okay, the mystery orderer. Have you ever done that? Have you ever just like walked up to the counter and say, what do you recommend? And then like drink it. Anyway, the mystery orderer. Personality, private or hard to read. Who orders it? The mysterious stranger, the secretive villain, the indecisive person, or love interest with a tragic backstory. What it means, they never order the same thing twice. Their choices leave others guessing. Are they unpredictable or are they indecisive? You decide. All right? Decaf latte person, which is also me. You might find yourself in a lot of, like several of these. Personality, gentle, thoughtful, and quietly confident. Who orders it? A kindergarten teacher, a comforting grandma, or a protagonist who's learned to slow down. What does it mean? They don't need caffeine to keep going. They've got inner peace. They're all about savoring the moment and keeping life mellow. Oh, doesn't that sound lovely? I think I'm far from mellow. I try though. I do try. Okay. Whatever you recommend. I think the whatever you recommend and the mystery order kind of go hand in hand, kind of, because if you're not ordering the same thing every time, eventually you're going to run out of options. So you're going to ask the person behind the counter, what do you recommend? But now we're focusing specifically on the what do you recommend type. Personality, easygoing, open-minded, and a little indecisive. Who orders it? A newbie adventurer, a quirky best friend, or a character who's just happy to be included. What does it mean? That means they're up for anything and embrace life and all of its surprises. They trust others to guide them, but their laid-back nature makes them lovable. Oh, maybe that's your main character. So, what's in your character's cup? What are they drinking? Try this exercise with your protagonist or even your antagonist. Coffee choices may not define a person, but they can tell a lot about their vibe. Now, grab a cup of coffee for yourself and get writing because every great story deserves a little Java, right? A little Java. I have my Java. This is flavored, actually, by the way. It's French vanilla, and then it's mocha instant Javi with protein, and it's all mixed together in one delicious hug in a mug. All right, friends, thank you for being here again today. I hope you've been enjoying my coffee and writer series because I have been enjoying it. I've been enjoying writing it and putting my posts together, and then I enjoyed coming here and talking to you guys about it. I hope you've enjoyed my different background today. I decided rather than sit in my office that I would come to another area of the house. And since it's quiet, it was a great day for that. I don't know if you noticed, I've got a couple of dogs, and I think you saw one of them back there earlier, but we're just all kind of hanging out today. So it's a great day to write. Why don't you guys go and jot down a few things about your protagonist or your antagonist, or maybe even about yourself and the types of coffee that you like to drink and how it resonates. I think it's fun. Give it a try. Leave a message for me in the comments and let me know what you think. All right. Happy writing.